Welcome back to another Slay the Spire, and whatever the title says is what happened. So I don't remember necessarily what happened. You'll notice it says continue or abandon run. I was doing Ironclad Ascension 7. I don't remember why I immediately stopped, but I remember seeing that it was a really good, like, starting bonus reward or something along those lines, so I immediately closed out, and then I knew I wanted to record it. So it was so good that I ended up stopping, but I don't remember what it was. So we're about to see. And now we click continue. Then we click continue. There we go. I think it was kaleidoscope. Yeah, that's what it was. 2 rewards. And the options I had were borrowed time, beam cell, glitter stream, and fusion, reanimate, and untouchable. I believe these aren't as crazy as I remember them to be, but I absolutely love a fusion. The additional energy for 1 is just really cool. And this doesn't exhaust. So this, whenever you play it, it gives you more energy, but I really only need to play it once, so I'll keep it exhausting. I'm not going to upgrade it. And then borrowed time. So I just have access to a lot of energy. I mean, shoot, if anything, this card just says basically gain 3 energy, or not 3 energy, it's like 1.5 energy. So you're like guaranteed to be able to play 1 additional card. It can just be a dead draw. What's it upgrade to? 6? It's not bad, especially with Ironclad's more dense deck with things. You can have something like, you've got a 2-cost card and you have borrowed time, so now it's a 3-cost card, so it's a lot easier to play. Doesn't scale like the 1-cost cards that are now twice as hard. Now it's only 1/5 as hard, or sorry, 1/2 as hard. That being said, a beam cell is really nice, just having access to even more convenient vulnerable. Although with our fusion, we're gonna have a lot of energy at our disposal. We don't exactly have to play light with energy. So I think we click the borrowed time and then we begin. So kaleidoscope, my beloved, or something like that. Something along those lines. All right, let's look what we have available to us. I'm feeling pretty decent with our start, so I'm feeling like we could be a little aggressive with it. Late shop, this is really good. I like that. We get to do 2 fire. This is only 2 fires. This path's probably better because it has access to 4 fires. Although it depends on how badly we want upgrades, because this is going to be a fire that guarantees skips an elite. So we don't really know. I suppose. No, the only way we ever get this path is if we start here, which we're basically locked into it. We can only leave right here, which I suppose we can choose, hey, do we want some more elites? But I either go for 1 extra elite, so I go for 2 elites, or this one is also 1 elite. So if I'm going purely for campfires, this one's just better. We could take this path, and then we would get a shop, then a fire, then an elite. And we do an elite, but then we don't get the fire, so then we're getting 3 elites, but only 2 fires. This says 4 fires, 1 elite. This says 2 fires, 1 elite. If I do this path, it says 2 elites, 0 fires, except for the end. I mean, this shop is really nice, especially if we hit a couple of events, but if we were to get there, we have to go through this shop, so it's less good. I think we're just taking the right path, which is kind of awkward because it's like 1 million events. So we very well might get, I don't know, flambangled or whatever. But yeah, I guess we're going to be very eventful today. All right. We play bash and defend. We probably could have double defended there. I don't think we're overly frightened by this guy. And this is a turn where borrowed time is just bad. I actually think if I play borrowed time, I have 7 energy. I'd still be able to play it. Look at me go. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it costs 1, so it's not as good as I was originally giving it credit for, but it's not horrible. Okay, we're gonna play a fusion. We're gonna play bash. Wow, that was crazy. But we have 4 energy though, so that's pretty cool. I don't know. Apparently, I really, really liked that start. I don't. Oh, that vicious would have been so nice with that beam cell. Oh, now I really wish I clicked beam cell. I should have too. I didn't even think about vicious. Vicious and beam cell would have been just a free draw card. Oh, you could theoretically go infinite with that. Anyhow, we're going for big attacks. We don't necessarily need it. We'll be all right. We're going big. So let's take headbutt, so we have access to like pulling back a card over and over again. Enchant something with sharp and or nimble. We could enchant our bash with sharp. That could probably be fine, given it'll make it even easier to play, because we're going to want to be playing it when it rolls around anyhow. Because if we get borrowed time or fusion, bash is almost always playable. We'll probably want some denser block cards. Impervious is going to be good. Blood Wall is going to be decent. That being said, having nimble on a skill like a block or something isn't bad. Let's just put nimble on a block and call it a day. Means we're going to take a little less damage. Oh, we have a fire right here before the next elite. I think for the max HP on Ascension 7, how much damage do I think I'm going to take from the upcoming battles? 20, 30, depending on how many we get. We don't have a ton of crazy card rewards, but I would like the extra max HP here. Abstaining is probably the safer option. Abyssal Baths. You discover a secluded chamber. Steam rises from the bubbling pool of hot liquid that shifts color with hypnotic rhythm. Barnacled growths hang from the ceiling, dripping viscous fluid that hisses and writhes when it touches the surface. The air feels heavy, laden with salt, and something unmistakably organic. As you approach the edge of the largest pool, the liquid ripples, the waters bubble more intensely, as if anticipating your entry. Immerse. The liquid burns against your skin, simultaneously freezing and scalding. Beneath the surface, something brushes against your leg, tendrils, currents with a purpose, but when the pain subsides, you feel denser, somehow more substantial. The waters seem to hum with satisfaction. Linger. The temperature keeps rising. How long can you endure before the steam cooks you from within? Endure! It keeps getting hotter. The pool of bubbling sounds like laughter. Endure! It's so hot! You wonder what it's like to live in the village. You wonder if this is what it's like to live in the village of demons. Linger! You have bathed so long that you have lost track of time and your mind. Linger! It is nice here. More! It's really fantastic. More! You feel great. More? No, I wouldn't dare. I think 20 is probably safe. The heat finally gets to you, and you hop out of the bath. I wonder what the dialogue is if you keep going. If it will tell you, this will kill you. Okay, free relic. I like Amethyst Apergene. It's very nice. Going into a fight. I'm not too worried about these guys, if I'm being overly honest. We're gonna bash you, and I don't think I want to take 7 here. I don't have a lot to lose. Actually, I think taking 7 is our safest option. Because if I take 7 here, it means that, what are we drawing into next turn? Strike, strike, headbutt. Headbutt, unvulnerable. If I strike, they're going to be at 9. No. If I strike, they're going to be at, why are numbers so hard? Give me a second. Hold on. 9 minus 16, they're going to be at 7 health, which means that they're guaranteed to die from our next attack, which means we'll be able to avoid their multi-attack. I'm going to strike here. I take a 7, which is frightening, but I know that they're going to be attacking for a lot. I can play my defend, play fusion, and then I can play headbutt, which I know will be lethal, but wouldn't have been otherwise. And now we're in a much safer position. Now we guarantee that we have our better defend next turn to make sure that we can tank this, which we could have, I'm not going to say would have died otherwise, but it puts us in a better spot because now we're only losing 2. They're attacking for 7, which I can defend for 1. Headbutt. Actually, I believe we just had lethal if I would have just struck. So that's -2. But we're fine. And we played it safe, and it worked out in the end. We will take a flame barrier here. With our excess energy, flame barrier is very strong. I was really hoping it wouldn't be a fight. This could be the death of us. I have cut it very close. I'm going to bash, defend. This is our defend. Hopefully next turn we will draw into enough damage to have lethal, which I believe we do because this is 13 plus 9, so that is lethal. Do we want to be lethal this turn, however? With borrowed time, we gain 4 energy, so if we play headbutt, pull back our better defend, and then if we strike the back one, and then have borrowed time, because they're going to gain strength when they die. And we do have a decently punchy deck, but I want to make sure that I'm not guaranteed to like draw into garbage and then die or something. We do get our flame barrier next turn, so we're probably safe no matter what. I'm going to... They're going to debuff me. What are they debuffing me with? Frail? Frail is dangerous, but we should have lethal next turn. Is there any world where we don't? You're guaranteed to have lethal next turn because they have 6 health. Okay. And we draw 5 cards, so we're guaranteed to draw at least 1 strike. So I'm going to strike the back one, play Borrowed Time, which is going to allow me to play 2 defense, which means I'm full blocking. Now, I play 1 strike on this one, which breaks the attack of this one. Play 1 fusion, and strike this one. Now, we are guaranteed Flame Barrier next turn, so no matter what attack they do, we're safe. And we are probably going to draw into several strikes as well. We draw into 2 strikes, which is not lethal. So we play Flame Barrier, strike, strike, and they die from the burn. And we live. We cut it very close, but we are alive. Uppercut is awesome, but we're definitely resting at the next bonfire. Definitely, with my 17 health. But now, because we have more health, we have a greater max HP. We gained, we started at 80, so we gained 16 max HP. Because of that, our rests now heal for more, which means that that is more worthwhile. We may have been able to squeeze out a better rest prior, or not even a rest at all, I should say. This is uppercut. This applies weak. Sorry, I lost train of my thought. But we may have been able to apply, we may have been able to, why am I having a stroke? We may have been able to get an upgrade otherwise, which would have also been good. I like the Abyssal Bats. I think they're cool. I think they're funny, but whatever. In this situation, I'm just going to try to avoid taking damage. I believe they will take 4 here. Actually, they probably scale. I don't want to take 10 here. If I weaken them, this will break through their armor. It will apply weak, and then I can play 1 defend. I think it's just better to play Flame Barrier because then they'll take 4. No, I'm going to deal some damage. They're only dealing 7. Do I go for a strike for 9? No, I think I just block. Now I'm basically full blocking. Do they scale at all? I don't know. I scale with my fusion and Borrowed Time to some degree. Give me back my uppercut next turn, which is going to be even easier to play because we have a guaranteed additional energy. Very solid. Very sick as hell, if you will. They gain strength. A decent amount of it, too. We play uppercut into a bash, which does 12. Strike does 9. We play a strike, and then we play whatever defends. It gets its upgrade. Blocks for 7, which is very nice. They are not still vulnerable because we didn't play our bash, but we can play 3 strikes. Now, next turn, we probably draw into a bash or an uppercut, or generally a lot of our decent cards based off of our draw pile. Now we have uppercut, which does, I think we do bash first, and then uppercut should have lethal. Uppercut does more damage, so apply the vulnerable first, and then uppercut does more, rather than the bash, which wouldn't have upgraded for a ton. Fusion would say, Dark Embrace would say that Fusion draws a card, which is decently strong. Armament says upgrade a bunch of cards, which we don't necessarily want to upgrade Fusion, although upgrades are not bad. Uppercut does want an upgrade. True Grit gives us access to targeted exhaust, which we are in the, where are we at? We're in the underdocks, it seems. Underdocks, so we might be going against Fro. No, Fro is not underdocks. I don't think we're worried about too much exhaust here. I think I'll take a Dark Embrace, because that's going to make any kind of exhaust we get in the future stronger. Right now, it is a dead draw. Vexing Puzzle Box is very nice. Is it ethereal? No, it's just free. Fantastic. I love Vexing Puzzle Box. It is incredibly strong. We're going to take another upgrade here, and we're going to upgrade Uppercut. It's going to give us a lot of options. It's going to be a lot better. Dark Embrace will want to probably upgrade next, and then we're going to want to take more cards that say Exhaust. Dark Embrace is just very strong, so. We might Howl from Beyond for free. Okay. I'm going to say we probably play Uppercut on the front one. Then we play Howl from Beyond, which I think is just lethal. It is. Okay, Borrowed Time, which gives us access to more energy. And then we play Strike, and then we play Defend. Dark Embrace was a little too costly, but I think it works out just fine. Now we play Strike, 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 which would be 18, which is not lethal. So instead, we're going to do Defend. Next turn, we're drawing into a decent amount of damage. We're just going to do Strike, Strike. We don't need our fusion here. I don't think there's realistically a world where we don't have lethal. And there we are. Regen Potion really helps. Bludgeon, this is kind of exactly what we're looking for. With our borrowed time and additional energy, our bludgeon is going to be easier to play, especially if we have vulnerable. This is just a really strong amount of damage. Our perfected strike right now would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2, which would be 10 plus 6, so that's currently 16 damage. We get a lot more from this bludgeon, especially with our borrowed time. Again, scales differently. Borrowed time and more energy, so like we're going to get 4 energy from borrowed time, up to 6 later, which we might consider upgrading now. And with that, our bludgeon will cost 4, but it'll give us 6 energy, so if we have both in hand, we're almost guaranteed to be able to play both. We're definitely going to want to smith something. I think we just upgrade bludgeon, maybe. Maybe borrowed time. Borrowed time does get far better when you upgrade it, so I think I'm going to do that. Dark Embrace, I'd love to upgrade, if anything, for right now, for it to just be able to be more playable. It's not doing anything right now, so anyways. Hello, funny scoundrel. 1-2 punch is interesting here. I think we play fusion, 1-2 punch, and then flame barrier, so we're full blocking. This turn. Specifically this turn. We're going to be here for a little bit. I'm going to play my regen potion just so we're guaranteed not to waste it. We're going to want fusion down. We play flame barrier, and then that's our turn. On the bright side, they take 4, heal 5. Uppercut's really good here. Now we're not full block. Do we ever take 10 to the face for the sake of getting Dark Embrace out of our hand? I think we consider it, but I'm going to block. We'll wait for an easier turn for that. We're going to play... We definitely want to cycle... we want to cycle uppercut back into our hand. So we're going to play headbutt. Give me back my uppercut. I believe they're going to be hitting decently hard next turn. But we should be all right. We have additional energy. Uppercut is very good. I really wish we drew more block, but our block game is very weak right now. Borrowed Time says we get to play all of these cards in our hand. Not that we need to, but we can, which is fun. Taking a little more than I'd like. This regen potion is doing really big work. Can we do 20 this turn? 12 plus 9. Yes, we can. So we have lethal. Very good. Speed potion. Festive Popper is really nice. Barricade. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to take Barricade, I don't think this does much for me here. What would Barricade do for me, as amazing of a card as it is? Barricade says our Flame Barrier, retain a bit of block. Barricade says our Defend Plus is a little better. Barricade is decently playable. It is more playable unupgraded than it normally is because we have access to Fusion, which basically says we're going to have more energy. Difficult to say, because I think an upgraded bludgeon might just be better here, and if we don't play it, then Barricade is a curse card. Like, it will just be sitting in our hand, and playing it's going to cost a lot. That being said, if we at some point use our speed potion and have like 4 blocks in our hand, and we can just stack up 40 block, we're basically guaranteed to win. I think I really want to take it, but especially with Dark Embrace, it's a little rough. I think I do want to take it. I'm gonna click Barricade. I think it's a little awkward, but I think it's going to be somewhat worthwhile. We're going to play. How much am I willing to take from you? You're doing 12 no matter what. You're gonna gain more strength, which means I'm gonna play Bash and Defend so I can fight them faster. Like, guaranteed they're gonna gain strength, but see, that's the issue. Dark Embrace and Barricade, I can't really play either of them. That's the danger of it all. So I'm going to play Defend, Strike. They're basically curse cards, especially if I don't have extra energy going. Now if I play Uppercut, what does Uppercut say for me? It says I take less, but it doesn't say I have lethal, unfortunately. No, I was gonna say I'm gonna use my Flex Potion to avoid this damage. Now I'm just taking 12 to the face. That's really bad. I think we're gonna have to rest going to this next fight. That was really poor on my part. That was entirely a misplay. And we get a Strength Potion. What's better, Flex or Strength? I don't know, tough to say. I 100% meant to play that, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. And not mean to let go of the mouse. We've got 32 health. We'll want to rest because this is big old boy. We'll have to hard play a lot of our stuff. We'll give up the strength. Going into this fight, I believe I'm going to want to use the strength potion, so we'll do that. We get to rest for 28. Get to, more like have to. We still have barricade. We have blood wall now, so we do have a decent access to block. Barricade's going to be more playable. I say we click rest. We have 60 health. I think I'm feeling very strong into them. It's rough. We have some curse cards in our hand. Infernal Blade. What are we looking at? Perfected Strike. I don't mind that rolling around. So we're going to play our barricade just so we have access. So it's played. It's no longer rolling around our hand. And our Perfected Strike means that we did decent damage this turn. Thank you, Vexing Puzzle Blocks. This is a perfect instance of, well, not drawing amazingly, but I get to play Uppercut, Borrowed Time, Bludgeon, Strike. That's what I was talking about before. If you ever draw Borrowed Time and Bludgeon, again, not guaranteed, but if you draw Borrowed Time and Bludgeon in the same turn, you get a lot of extra damage. Or you get to be able to play it more accurately. This turn, I will be full blocking, but because they're going to do more damage next turn, and I am guaranteed to draw some block, but I'll probably want to hard cast our Dark Embrace and our Fusion. I'm going to block this turn, so we're blocking for next turn. Never mind, they're not doing anything this turn. Me when I lie, yeah, I should have played Dark Embrace first. It's fine, it just would have cycled my deck. I'm going to play Dark Embrace. We have 10 block. I know that they're gaining health and Steam Eruption, but I think it's more important that we get these curses out of our hand. Uppercut, we're not pulling anything back. We could pull back Uppercut. And then defend. We're full blocking because of our prior block. Now we play Uppercut again, and then Flame Barrier. Full blocking again. Steam Eruption. I just read Steam Eruption aloud. I didn't need to do that. Now we're going to play probably just a Blood Wall. And then play Strike, Borrowed Time, Bash, Defend. Yeah, we're in a fine spot. Arguably, we didn't even need to rest. We would have been down to like 20 health, but I didn't want to risk it. I didn't know how bad I was going to draw into things, but we drew into them pretty well. We got Barricade early, so we're saving a lot of health. It ended up very well for us. Now we just play Bludgeon, and do we want to keep up more block, or do we want to just end the fight faster? Let's keep up our block. This will keep us around 13. Instead of doing math, I just let the game tell me. Blood Wall, Flame Barrier. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine into this 39 damage. Something tells me. I don't know what, but something. Now we just play our Headbutt, which will pull back our Bludgeon. Now we play Borrowed Time, Perfected Strike, Defend. Broke it, and I'm not going to defend this turn. Defending's for stupid people. Blocked! Sorry, I bumped my microphone. Thank you, Barricade. Offering is definitely what we're going to click here. Offering helps us get these powers set up more quickly, even if we get a good solution of playing them, which is upgrading both of them. This offering just says, hey, if you draw into either of these powers, you get to use them immediately and get them out of your hand. Hellraiser doesn't mean much, and I don't need a Tear Asunder, although I do have a card that does damage me, so I'm kind of, what am I hoping for here? Which I have Blood Wall, so Tear Asunder could scale. I think genuinely what I need right now is I just want upgrades. I want to upgrade my Dark Embrace. I want to upgrade my Barricade. I want my Bludgeon upgraded, and I want my Offering upgraded. I would be really happy with just getting Yummy Cookie. I mean, I love Brightest Flame, obviously. Who doesn't? It's a phenomenal card. Arguably one of the best cards in the entire game, if not the best. And I have a lot of extra max HP. I don't think there's ever a world where I don't click Brightest Flame. Sometimes I feel bad about clicking Brightest Flame, not because it's bad by any means or I'm like scared of losing max HP. Again, if you die, it doesn't matter how much max HP you had. It only matters how much health you have, which if it's 0, then it matters. But it just feels like so blatantly the best option. It feels wrong to click because it's like, man, yeah, I know this is the best option. I'm not even questioning that. Also, I'm sorry, are we playing 4 elites in second act? No, I don't want to die, thanks, I'm good. Let's see. 2 fights. We get a shop here, event. We do want a lot of fires, so we might skip this elite. I don't think we want to skip that elite. Here. So this is 4 fires. 1, 2, 3, 4 fires, which is a lot of our upgrades that we really want to get. Dark Embrace, Barricade, Bludgeon, oh, actually, Dark Embrace, Barricade, Offering, Brightest Flame. A lot of the things are related to energy. What are we looking at? So, okay, we go into a shop, which could be really good. We don't know what we're going to get, obviously. We've got 400 gold, so we'll be able to purchase at least a relic or some kind of good colorless card, maybe a production. Wouldn't mind a production. Battle Trance would be really nice here. Just being able to draw into more of our cards when we have a lot of that energy available to us. We either go for this elite or skip it, depending on how we're feeling. If we get an upgrade from here or, you know, or from here, then maybe we don't go for this fire, we go for the elite instead. Depends on how much health we have, of course. Then we get the choice of... This one's not really as much of a choice, because if we choose this path, sure, we get to skip this elite, but no matter what, we're not guaranteed to hit the elites. We could still go this way. But I think in this situation, fire, worst case scenario, we rest, then we go into the elite, then we, worst case scenario, rest, I guess, but we probably have an upgrade, 2 more events. We're feeling eventful, I suppose. We might get the event badge or whatever. Blood Wall is free into the enemy that deals 15 damage. Amazing. Fantastic. Can't argue with that. Do I play Brightest Flame here? I don't believe I need to, so I will not. Brightest Flame is amazing if you need to play it. If you don't need to play it, then don't. It's actually probably better. I should have focused the Bulbug. Also, we have Festive Popper, which is amazing in, I would say, single player. In multiplayer, I would say Festive Popper dramatically falls off in terms of quality. But in single player, I love Festive Popper. It's very, very strong. I suspect we will have lethal this turn. We will not have lethal this turn. So this says, that's such a waste of an uppercut. Oh my god. No, that's so bad. That's so awful. I should have drawn back anything else, I guess. I could have drawn back Brightest Flame, whatever. All right, they're at 1 health. Should have targeted better. That's on me. Okay, they're gonna deal 10, which isn't a number I like to see, but it is what it is. We have to play Offering here as it saves us health. Bludgeon is lethal. In that situation, losing health, I just muted myself, but you should still have been able to hear me. But in that situation, the Offering is always worth playing because you lose health otherwise. Could have been considering using my speed. Could have been considerable to use my speed potion there. Actually, probably should have. With our Barricade at Blood Walls, not too bad. Do we ever hard play Barricade just to get it down into this fight? It is decently punchy. If I play my Uppercut, I will do more damage. How much damage am I willing to take? Do a Brightest Flame, so my max HP is going to be going down. We're going into the shop. We might have an event that heals us. It depends. How much damage are they going to deal to me if I don't? I believe they're going to be burrowing next turn. So next turn is going to start the damage race. I think we can safely Blood Wall here and then just... no, actually. I'm going to do this. We're only going to take 9, which is more than we would have taken, of course, but I think it puts us in a decent spot. We're getting started on the damage race. Now, if we get a Bludgeon, we would have had lethal. Bummer. Okay, that's fine. How much damage do we think we're going to take? These are 2 of our very strong energy relics, or energy cards. Not exactly what we're hoping for. Don't want to be scared to play Brightest Flame. Oh my god, please give me a Bludgeon. Mind you, we wouldn't have been able to draw into like Bludgeon at all prior, so what I mean to say is these are all the cards that we would have drawn, so we wouldn't have gotten Bludgeon anyway. Now we actually will draw into Bludgeon by the time they're attacking, so with hope, this will be what we need. We don't have Barricade, so no point in playing block. This does 32. That is perfect. That's exactly what we need. All right, no longer burrowing. I wonder if that's intentional. Bonk. I believe Uppercut. No. We're just going to play Blood Wall. That was a bit excessive. It's fine. Now we just play Strike, Strike, Strike. Very good. Do we ever click an Infernal Blade? With Dark Embrace, it does say that it draws, which is good. Really need to be able to... Oh. I don't think I can give up my Vexing Puzzle Box. Give Speed Potion for a random relic? Yeah, I can give it up. Hello, Randwin. Oh, sorry. I forget what the line was. I forgot to read. You, as you walk into the room or whatever, you see the oldest person you have ever seen. It's me. It's me, Randwin. We meet again. You have never seen this man before. You give him the speed potion. Exquisite. Gulp, gulp, gulp. He downs the speed potion in one go. I didn't remember what the exact thing was. Because we probably yes. That's energy here, energy here. Now if we upgrade fusion and continuously play it, we have access to even more energy. That's phenomenal. I'm clicking ice cream so quickly. I'm also clicking rupture because it says we now have access to scaling because we're playing 2 blood walls. We have an offering. We're playing brightest flame. I don't know if brightest flame triggers when I lose HP. I don't know if that's the same. And then we might click Wedstone here. We have 1 upgrade. I just tried to circle it. 2 upgrades. 3. Whetstone isn't very good here. I mean, if we hit bludgeon, I think it'd be worth it. How much would I pay per bludgeon upgrade? I don't know. Difficult to say. You know, the Gambit is funny. The Gambit is funny, especially with Barricade. Because if I just say, I will only ever play the Gambit when I have Barricade up, it means that I have 50 block. And then I have, you know, 50 block, which is going to be really hard to punch through. Arguably is just like, if I can keep headbutting the Gambit into my hand, I'm immune to damage. Because they're never going to get through my block. God, is that stupid? It's gotta be stupid, right? There's no way it's not stupid. I feel like it's so risky because if you somehow, I guess, unblocked attack damage this combat, die. I'm really thinking about it, but it cannot, can it be a good idea? If you have Barricade down, is the Gambit ever a bad card to play? Do enemies ever deal like more than 50 damage? I guess they can, but if you have Barricade down, if you block alongside the Gambit, upgrades to 75? I feel like an insane person forever clicking this card, but I really want to use it. I think I might be able to. Will it trivialize everything with the Barricade? And the only thing that's going to matter is blocking, because if I ever fail to block, I die. I don't think I click it. I think I just click Rupture, Breakthrough, and then Power Potion. I think it's... I would say too risky. Like, there's just no point in getting that risky. I think it's just overly dangerous at a certain point, and it's not worth it. Do I ever get rid of Dark Embrace because it's a curse? We're going into B-Man. If we get B-Man, Dark Embrace saves us. Because it says, well, no it doesn't. Feel No Pain saves us. Dark Embrace just says that afterwards we'll draw a bunch of cards that'll get discarded. So we'll cycle our deck and we won't have control over it. God, I don't like Dark Embrace right now. I wanted to click it, but I don't have enough cards that say exhaust. Because this one, wow, offering draws an extra card if I don't play it to play Dark Embrace. Maybe we click another Infernal Blade to make Dark Embrace better. We'll get cards. True Grit. True Grit says exhaust and then draw a card. With access to energy, that's not too bad. Sure, but what are we upgrading in front of? Because it needs an upgrade. Currently, Brightest Flame needs an upgrade first. Then probably Barricade. Then probably... God, I don't even know. I know that Brightest Flame and then Barricade are our next 2 upgrades. Never a True Grit. Okay. I think we just hold on to our money. We don't need anything else right now. This is going to be a hard pool fight, which, if we're going into this elite, I want to see if we can snag some extra upgrades. We'll probably get a battle anyway. A 0 cost card. What are we looking at? 0 cost. I don't know, actually. Anger, Bloodletting, Bully, Spite, Brand. Brand is really good because it says access to exhaust and lose HP. If we got Brand, I would lose my marbles. Battle Trance. Rage is probably bad. Offering is decent. Primal Force is arguable. I have a couple hits there. What are we looking at with a power? Power. Feel No Pain is decent. Rupture, we already have. Stone Armor would be great. Stampede says we get to play Bludgeon more often. We don't have to spend any energy on it. Crimson Mantle is good because it now scales with Rupture. Dark Embrace we already have. Cruelty would be fine. Pyre we could take and it would be decent, but it's not necessary. Unmovable would be phenomenal. And it's Obtain. I don't get to choose between 3. I think we have more cards that we don't want from the power section. I guess, would Vicious ever be bad? We don't have access to a lot of Vulnerable, so yes. Not that we can't. Juggernaut wouldn't be horrible. Dark Embrace we already have. God, I would hate to get a second one. Hellraiser is just... So many of these are so expensive that if we get... I'm gonna say we do the 0 cost, and we really hope we get something we like. Bloodletting works. Bloodletting's fine here. Oh, I didn't read it. The slightest touch of the core, and you're jolted by electricity. You scamper away, feeling altered from the experience. What do I want here? I don't think I really care about any of these, but I probably don't want Bing Bong. Probably. I don't know. Bing Bong might be funny. I'm just gonna do Random Doll. Daughter of the Wind. Perfect. That's the best one. You should be happy. I chose you, the doll proclaims triumphantly. Gulp. I think going into Act 2, some of these fights are a bit more dangerous. We do have a breakthrough. We're going to be losing a lot of health, most likely. I'm going to take this so we can get our Brightest Flame upgraded. I think it demands to be upgraded. It gets dramatically better. We're already losing max HP on it. We might as well. Parrying Shield is fine. Means we'll probably be doing 6 damage each turn. Can be rather significant. We get another upgrade. We get Barricade down for cheaper. Maybe Rupture is our second upgrade because then it actually gives us access to scaling. Ooh, Flame Barrier on a turn where we have bees. That's funny. Let's do our offering first. This draws 3. Now we do Flame Barrier. We're definitely going to want to play that. Currently they're doing 3 times 7, which is... God, why is math so hard? 3 times 7, which is 21. 21 says... We do have 4 plating from Gorget. Phenomenal. I didn't realize we had that. Get Bludgeon for 32. It's not a horrible idea. We have a Molten Fist for free already. We just play Blood Wall, Breakthrough, Molten Fist. That's not too bad. Blocking for 34. We don't take any damage. Now we play an Uppercut, which saves us some health. Then we play Defend. Thank you, Gorget. Take 4 here. They're vulnerable and they're weak. Fusion. Oh my god, I completely forgot. We have Ice Cream. How did I forget that? I purchased the relic. We don't have to run out of energy every turn. Okay, I need to remember that. It's only the first turn we've had it, so it's okay. We have a lot of energy right now. Borrowed Time is even better, because now if we play Borrowed Time and then don't use any energy, we get to carry a ton until next turn. How did I not click Ice Cream sooner? I clicked it the second I saw it, but I should have clicked it even sooner. Tear of Sunder hits 7... Tear of Sunder. Tear of Sunder hits 7 times. Can we afford to play it? This says 5 times 7, which would be 35, would not be lethal and would add 7 days to our hand. We can't afford to play it. But next time through, we probably can. Bash into Brightest Flame. Let's do... We're going to draw into a Dazeness Strike next turn. Borrowed Time to give me energy. Brightest Flame. This cycles our deck so we can more comfortably add Dazed. We're going to do Uppercut to save us health. I don't like how much damage we're taking here. If I do 12 plus 9 plus 9, that's going to be 30 or 1 off lethal. Really? Come on. How are we 1 off lethal? I should have bashed first and we would have had it. If I would have bashed first, we would have had lethal. Because this is 12. Wait. 12 plus 9 is 21. Wait, no, it's... Yeah. 12 plus 9 is 21. And this makes 30. And this does 20. You scoundrel. Why are you doing this to me? You suck. Fine. Wait. Yeah. 1 off. That's what I thought, but that at least saves me some health because of Daughter of the Wind. I, for some reason, was like, yeah, I've got lethal. You don't. Taking more damage than I like. We're fine. Bludgeon, lethal. Okay. Eternal Feather is absolutely fantastic. I love that a lot. I think I will take the Potion of Binding over the... I'll take the Potion of Binding over the Flame Potion, because if we go into... I was going to say we go into Centipede. We're not going into Centipede. That's not possible. Eternal Feather is really good here, though. I really love getting a Battle Trance. We don't exhaust enough consistently for Forgotten Ritual to be worth taking, so we skip for now. Do we ever take another? No. Another fire just heals us for free, which means we never need to rest again. Resting is for chumps. You have 94 health. And you have 28 cards in your deck. If we take 2 more cards, our Eternal Feather gets better. So we probably want to consider that. Make sure we can play Dark Embrace. Fusion now just says we get to keep playing Fusion. Playing Fusion now is a gain energy with no cost card. But it will be continuously cycling through our deck, which... that's not wonderful either. I think we probably do a Rupture upgrade. Because Rupture now says that playing Bloodletting, playing Breakthrough, playing Offering, playing to both of our Blood Walls, it basically just says, hey, this is going to scale strength, which means that the fight will end sooner. It means that taking damage to gain energy and having a lot of extra of it is fine. What we would like is some Drum Battles, because then we can directly turn energy into card draw, and without any exhaustion. That being said, exhaustion is good way to draw cards. But what I mean is it turns having a billion energy into having a billion cards, which means playing a billion cards and doing a billion damage. Yeah. I hate these guys. These guys suck. We will play our Bloodletting. Hold on a minute. This is 5 times 5, which is 25. Fusion helps here. Then we play Bash. And then we play Whirlwind. Now we play... now we have 6 block. We're full blocking. And we didn't even block that turn. So at least I don't remember blocking. Now we just play Flame Barrier. And then we do... Flame Barrier full blocks for us. And then we play both of our Toxics. Yeah, I think so. Wait, no. Hold on a minute. We have borrowed time. What am I doing? Play both of our Toxics. And then play... Rupture, borrowed time. Wait. This gives me 9, so this should be enough to play both of these. So now we play Barricade. We do have Rupture down, so instead I'm going to play a Blood Wall to give us some strength. That should help us end the fight sooner. God, I love borrowed time. We're taking a lot here. Do we have lethal in the front one? 8 plus 8, that's 16. No. Dark Embrace doesn't do anything for me, but it does exhaust cards. So... But I don't think it'll draw us to any answers. Maybe it will draw us into an Offering. And I would be more willing to do an... no, I'd be more willing to do a Brightest Flame. Do Brightest Flame to look at cards. We're going to exhaust both these Toxics. We're taking a decent amount right here. So let's play our Blood Wall, which scales our strength. 10, 10. We do not have lethal. We have 4 plus... we're currently taking 19. We do a Barricade, so we're going to play 2 strikes and then end our turn. Because we had 10 block, we did kill with Burying Shield. This is 36 plus 10, which is lethal. We do a 4 energy. Perfect. The deck is coming together beautifully. Do we take another Blood Wall? Arguably, yes. It's basically an always play because it scales our strength and adds to the Barricade. I would say third Blood Wall is worth taking. It's going to be bleeding us a lot, but as long as we keep up with the block, it should be good. Exterminate or Squash. This is a better bash. So we're gonna take Squash. As you are fending off a swarm of aggressive insects, you suddenly notice a mighty, rugged warrior man fighting beside you this whole time. The insects, sensing defeat, scatter, and you turn to your fellow fighter. Would you like any tips on exterminating these pests? How polite. You nod and accept his offer. I see you wish to learn the Squash technique. Very good. He pauses briefly, thinking how best to endow you with this maneuver. This is the technique. Behold! He boasts, while stepping on a giant bug. Wow, very impressive. Do we rest into this fight? No, because Eternal Feather is based in awesome. Based and awesome. Words are hard. Forgive me, I forgot how to speak. No fusion. Do we ever do Dark Embrace just so it's just easier play? I love the idea of upgrading Bloodletting just so we have more energy cycling around, which means more Blood Walls. but I really need to get this Dark Embrace upgraded. I guess, arguably, if I have 1,000 energy from our borrowed time and 1,000 energy from our bloodletting that we've already played like twice and scaled with our rupture, I'm going to do bloodletting. I think having more access to energy with our ice cream, it's even better to use, so we'll have a billion, trillion, bajillion energy. Okay, we get to start with rupture, and we have an extra uppercut to use. This does more damage, so we're going to do our squash first, and then we're going to uppercut, which we have access to more energy because it was free. That makes sense. And then we strike. No barricade, so extra block doesn't matter. We're going to take disintegration because ideally we'll be able to keep our block up. It's going to be a little difficult for a while, though. We're going to play Blood Wall and then break through. This scales our strength. We're now at 4. And we are not full blocking, but we are close to it. 3. Uppercut helps us here. I think I'm going to play my power potion now. Barricade, we're going to cycle through it soon. I should have played Demon Form sooner, but I think this is what we want right now. Should have played it at the start of the fight. It's okay. It's not too much of a loss here. And I'm going to play my Binding Potion. They're already weak. What am I doing? Yes, genius Binding Potion. Very effective. You can tell it was effective by the fact it didn't do anything. Offering, give me my barricade. I already have my barricade. What am I talking about? Play Fusion. Then play Barricade. Then play Blood Wall. Okay. We are gaining a little bit of block this turn. We have 3 to carry over to next turn. We're definitely playing Brightest Flame. We'll probably want to play Borrowed Time and end our turn. Play Bloodletting. Brightest Flame, does this activate Rupture? It does not. We'll play Dark Embrace. We will play Battle Trance. Squash for 24. Play Blood Wall. Play Flame Barrier. Play Defend. Play Defend. Now we play Borrowed Time. Now we have 6 energy for next turn. No, we have 9 energy for next turn. Borrowed Time is amazing with... Oh, it's so good with Ice Cream. Because you don't get the downside. You just have to wait a turn. Disintegration, please. I don't believe you'll be killing me, sir. Well, it's a good thing we have extra block because I didn't block at all this turn. Uppercut. Breakthrough. Bash. Strike. Strike. I think we're gonna win. Something tells me. I could be wrong. Blood Wall. If we just play... Yeah, we just win if we do this. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna strike you now. Boom. Love it. Amazing. Fantastic. I think we just click an Impervious. I don't think there's any other option there, really. All right. I don't remember your name. You've traveled so far to reach me. Come closer. Receive my blessing. Diamond Dayum could be very decent here. What does this mean for me? It means that on a turn where I get something like Blood Wall, then my Blood Wall now blocks for double, and then I play 1 more card. So getting set up would be stronger. Otherwise, Blessed Antler or Delicate Frond. Blessed Antler says I have 4 energy, which means I'm able to play 1 billion more of my powers and I get to keep more energy. Blessed Antler, I believe, says get set up faster, which I would think to be better. I'm going to click Blessed Antler. I'm not scared of 3 Dazed in my deck. And listen to this. Wait, no, I'm wrong. I was gonna say with our Dark Embrace, it draws cards, but again, I'm pretty sure that draws cards at the end of our turn, which I don't believe does anything for us. So unfortunately, it's not that good. What are we looking at? I'm feeling pretty good about our current deck, so I'm not overly worried. We have Fire, Elite, Fire, a Fight, Elite, Fire. Can we get any more fires than that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. This is just more elites. This is another elite. Ooh, that's a lot of fights into an elite. We get at least a shop this act, so this does actually path for it. With this one with path to a shop, this would give us Fire, Elite, Fire, Elite, Fire. That's 3. Wait a minute. That's 3 fires. And this is 2 elites. 3 elite. Yeah, I don't think we want 3 elites. I think that's... Yeah, we're pretty strong, but I think that's testing our luck. I think we're a lot safer going into this one, so we take this path. Scrolls of Biting, my beloved. I can't wait to draw into 3 Dazed. We did draw into a Dazed. Awesome. Why did we draw an additional card? Oh, we didn't. We started with an additional card because of Rampage. Got it. Bloodwall. And then we do Defend Rampage. Yes. We probably want to play our weak potion. Okay, 14. We're taking 28 right now. Reduce this down. We're currently taking 20. Full blocking, we don't lose any max HP. Okay. Good. We probably have lethal on them next turn. Borrowed Time. Hi, Borrowed Time. Good to see you. Wish you were here on a turn where I had cards to play. Bloodwall. Squash. Unfortunately, we're definitely taking damage here, but our Borrowed Time will give us a little extra leeway. Could have been better to play weak on the back one. We do lose some max HP, unfortunately, but we can strike. I'm not playing. No, don't make me. I got a bludgeon a guy who's got 9 health. It feels a bit excessive. It really does. Fusion, barricade, strike, whatever. It's fine. We're carrying defend. We're carrying block in the next turn. I'm not overly worried. Oh no! Bash, uppercut. We win. We did lose 4 max HP there, which isn't amazing. Colossus is a key factor of any deck that wants to block. Although our application of vulnerable is kind of lacking. Better on larger enemies though, like a boss. I just realized we're going into Aeon Glass. That's bad. Dark Embrace, Barricade. I don't know, exhaust something funny. Colossus. There goes Colossus. Bye, I guess. It's 8 extra block. So, or 4 extra, I should say. Uppercut, Fusion. What are we looking at? Offering for sure. Bloodletting. And we want to get out of this fight as soon as possible. So that's one of the reasons why I'm playing a lot of bleeding cards. Headbutt, give me back my bludgeon for next turn. We're gonna play Brightest Flame. Just kidding, I want it this turn. We're gonna play Breakthrough and then Strike. That's how you do it. One more. Bingo. We win. Perfected Strike, I'm good. It's a little late for that. Corrupted, amazing. We just found our damage solution. Thank you. And not only is it a damage solution, it now scales with Rupture. And now this does 48 damage. We want to upgrade that now. Hello Shop, Prowess, Inflame, Tremble, Lava Lamp. That's not gonna, we're not doing Lava Lamp, that's for sure. Mangle is really decent. Second Wind is also very strong. I don't know, what are we thinking? Mangle's really strong, especially because we'll likely be able to play it with our additional energy. We definitely want to click Centennial Puzzle. That gives us access to more cards. Can we do Mangle, Centennial, and Power Potion? No, not by much though. What's more important to us? Getting Mangle and Centennial, or Power Potion and Mangle or something? Tremble's really good, helps us burn through Artifact. So maybe we just do Centennial, Mangle, and Power. Power Potions are very strong, as you may know, and could very well be a solution to Aeon Glass. Dropping 2 Power Potions and getting something that's like unmovable immediately at the start of the fight could just be, we win. So, or it could do nothing. Both are equally possible, not guaranteed. Mangle does dramatically save us on a multi-attack turn though, because the enemy loses 10 strength. Mangle's a block card. Well, it's kind of a block card, but it could also be a dead draw, depending on the turn that we're going into if we need to block a bunch. Again, we have a lot of energy though, but like if we start our turn by getting a Mangle and then 4 other cards that we need to play, then Mangle's just never playable. Let me ponder my orb. There's much to consider. Let me break out the calculator so I can see actually what we're looking at. I'm breaking out the calc because numbers are hard. So we have 152, that's 125. 152 plus 160 is 1312, which does not give us enough to buy the Power Potion, plus 50, which means we are 362. Mangle, Centennial Puzzle, and that's it. Okay, I think that'll be okay. I think that the power is more consistent than what we would have otherwise with the power potion. Or these two are more consistent. Navigating through an endless sea of corpses, you find a mad scientist scavenging for various scraps. Yes, hi, hello. You look like a capable fighter. I need a tester for my next atrocity device. How about it? What kind of tool would help you kill everyone? Make a skill. Excellent choice. Now, what should it do? The scientist rubs her hands together with glee. Wisdom, draw 3 cards, gain a block. These are both phenomenal. Drawing 3 cards means we get to take advantage of our more energy, though. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Because if we get more energy, we already have access to energy. More of it doesn't necessarily solve anything. Phew, all done. This is for you. Now get out there and slaughter. Little did you know, that scientist went on to create hundreds of weapons, resulting in several thousands of deaths within the Spire. I think I know. I've seen her plenty. What are we looking at? Fusion, free bludgeon, play rupture, and we play bludgeon, we strike. Okay, that's pretty good. Actually, we could have skipped that strike for the sake of having more energy this turn. Now we play Dark Embrace first, and then we play Infernal Blade that exhausts a card. Play Barricade. Probably play Bloodletting here, because this Centennial Puzzle, I knew that was gonna happen, for sure, 100%. I did not forget. I didn't forget. Promise. I'm lying. I totally forgot. Now we play bit of squash, bit of blood wall. We do a barricade up, twin strike. Headbutt. Do we want to headbutt anything? We could headbutt our bludgeon. Sure, give me my bludgeon back. Helps me do more damage. They're not attacking this turn. Borrowed time is fantastic. Makes our bludgeon cheaper, technically. Battle trance. What are we looking at? Uppercut, which applies vulnerable. Draw 3 cards. Won't do anything here because we have battle trance. No draw. Uppercut. And borrow time, bludgeon. Now we have 4 energy for next turn. Do an additional 4 attack. Now we play blood wall, 2 defends and a strike. We're gonna try and just go a little bit faster. High breakthrough does save to the next turn. We have now learned. Super bludgeon. Do we play our super bludgeon? We just play, yeah, super bludgeon's pretty cool. Hello, vulnerable potion. How I adore thee. This says draw card. We probably want to just take our second headbutt. Second headbutt gives us more deck manipulation, and then we have the energy to use it. I love Blood Vial. That's fantastic. We're losing so much health. We're not losing way too much, but we're definitely losing health. Also, I forgot we had Eternal Feather. It so does not matter. Yeah, with the amount of events we're hitting, it's who cares, even a little bit. Offering getting upgraded is great. We definitely want to upgrade bludgeon. 63 vulnerable increase to, what's that going to be? 60 would be 90, so somewhere around like 92, 93? Is it 90? I think 93 damage against a vulnerable enemy, which puts us in a very scrumptious spot. Yeah, we go here. All right. I think you are probably who we are worst into because your attacks are so consistent. Although we do get a tremble down. We should have looked to see if we got Dark Embrace. Because if we did, it would have been better to play here. Uppercut. Do we ever play? We definitely just want to play her Impervious here, right? Yeah, it just seems like the good play. Now we uppercut to pull back. What card did we pull? I don't even remember what we played last. Uppercut. Yeah, that's worth it here. I would say so. And this would just pull back our other uppercut? I guess. Sure. Oh, right. We still... I can save energy! What am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm literally insane. I'm playing cards like I don't have... like I don't have ice cream. I'm like, well, better use the rest of my energy. Forgive me. It's so counterintuitive. It should make sense. Ice cream. You have ice cream. You have ice cream. You have ice cream. I know what I'm doing, I promise. And why do we play our headbutt? So we can have our mangle back, because I believe they're multi-attacking next turn. They are not. That is bad. Bludgeon says deal 70. Wait, that's not numbers. 70. Oh, we're weakened. That's why. Play Mad Science because it gives us block at the bare minimum. Mangle says block more. We're not going to kill them this turn. Mangle says I block for 10. This is good. This is good news. We can finally not play our card. We don't need to play cards. We do not need to play cards. It's okay. We're gonna play Brightest Flame first, and then we're going to play Bloodletting, and we're gonna play Battle Trance. We're gonna play... We don't need to play Dark Embrace here, though we can if we want to get it out of our hand. We're barely blocking this turn. We're gonna want to play as many strikes as we can. Set up Strike, this is good. Play Strike, play Bash, play Defend, play Blood Wall. This means we are 9 times 4, not full blocking, but we're not too far off of it. Play that, just get rid of it. 9, that's okay. We have Blood Wall here. God, we are attacking so slow. We didn't draw Rupture until the bottom of our deck, so we lost a lot of our ability to deal damage. We play 2 strikes here. Why? Because of Daughter of the Wind. We get more block. So we're actually full blocking. They're dealing a lot of damage this turn, but they are vulnerable. Hello, Colossus, my beloved. You no longer do that much. We play Blood Wall, which scales our damage. We play Brightest Flame here. I do not play Brightest Flame. Although our max HP is not nearly as important because we have Eternal Feather. Our health that we gain back is entirely dependent on how many cards we have and not based off of what our max HP is. So that is something to consider. If we are worried about dying, then we play Brightest Flame. I am not scared, so we can afford to not risk necessarily, but play a little longer. See? Now we just play Bludgeon, they explode. Joss Paper doesn't do a lot for me here, but it's not bad. A second Bloodletting says we will have unlimited energy. Do we care about unlimited energy? Does it solve any of our problems? A second Bloodletting in our deck does say that we will draw cards sooner. And it is already upgraded. I will click it, but we do not need any more. I should tell myself before I click more Bloodlettings. I love clicking them, truly. I mean, it's hard not to these days. Anyways. We will probably want to be headbutting Colossus into our deck. Probably. Pretty frequently. I don't know. Into our hand, I mean. Offering is probably upgraded here. I don't need to upgrade that. Mangle getting upgraded is actually really nice because this could be a block for 45 card for 3, which is, it's pretty takeable. Impervious getting upgraded is not horrible. Blood Wall getting upgraded is just not in our list of necessities. Offering upgrade, though, I think is the most takeable here. We're going to want to go into that Elite. Anchor, Centennial Puzzle for Miniature Cannon, Gorget for Paper Pog. Look, I hate to lose Gorget, but I'm loving to see Paper Pog. That's fantastic. You turn the corner, and suddenly, a shadowy figure is standing there. He pivots to face you. Welcome, what are you trading? The figure inquires as he flares open his cloak to reveal a slew of suspicious wares. Take the bottom one. Trade Gorget for Paper Pog. Thank you. Alright. I think we're pretty strong into you. As long as we draw like a Blood Wall turn 1. Come on. 2 Blood Walls. Damage is not real. They made it up. It's a CIA ploy. Alright, what are we looking at here? We probably play Blood Wall here. Not so we avoid taking damage. No, nay. So we can start burning their artifact and start applying vulnerable. It's even more important with Paper Pog. My apologies. Uppercut. Now we just play Blood Wall. We are not full block. We should have played Cinder. Yeah, we should have played Cinder. It's okay. Now we play Ruptures. We actually get some scaling. Fusion. And we play no more cards because none of them actually help us here. Mad Science could draw us into something. It could totally not matter. This is a really terrible turn. We need something that's going to give us more access to cards. I would argue Mad Science is an answer. Next turn, we're going to be taking a lot of damage. We don't ever get Colossus. We can burn their artifact. We very well... I think we just grab a Blood Wall. Yeah, we just take Blood Wall, burn their artifact, play a block, and play a strike for more block. We don't take damage from burns, which is good. Theoretically, we could have not blocked there to purposely take more damage from burns, which would have been... Oh, you know what? We could have totally taken the Colossus and then used our vulnerable potion to apply it. Okay. We play Bloodletting, we play Blood Wall, we play Barricade, we play Defend, and then we play Borrowed Time. We're taking more than I'd like to take here, but there's nothing we can do about it. 19 is okay. Infernal Blade, what are we looking at? Nothing much, that's for sure. We have a lot of energy, though. And each one of my strikes count as block. So. Impervious, we auto-play. Bloodletting. Okay, we can comment on the Bloodlettings. I think we have enough energy. What are we looking at? Next turn, they're going to be striking pretty big, I believe, which means we want our Colossus. We want our Colossus next turn. Do not play Brightest Flame. We should be good for the rest of the fight. We have a lot of block. So, Colossus says, don't care. Sorry, they don't have vulnerable. I forgot. Bash says, don't care. Offering, do we lose 6 health here for a bludgeon and a blood wall? No. Temperance. Temperance, friend. Temperance. I can do this. Squash. Bludgeon. Temperance. We did not need to lose as much health. There we go. Venerable Tea Set is fantastic into the... Ooh. We take a second Tremble to try and burn through the Aeon Glass's artifact. That's going to be what we need to do here. Mangle. Things like Mangle or Squash or burning through their artifact is going to be really important. Uppercut is going to be our golden goose this fight, I would say, because playing our Colossus and just being able to do a lot more damage is going to be really important. We might actually rest going into Aeon Glass. I think that we probably will. What do we need? Bludgeon says it will deal... When vulnerable, 40 times 2, 30, sorry, 20... That's going to be 60-something. It's actually 75%, so like 70-something cycling through our deck. And then our other one does 120. We take a second Bludgeon Plus to see it twice as often, one may argue. 63. Do we rest for full health? We're going to be spending a lot of health to scale. Is there anything here that's absolutely 100% needing an upgrade? Our Dark Embrace. Entirely ignored. Yeah, alright. And Glass, here we go. We do have more energy going into it. Venerable Tea Set is phenomenal here. Okay. Amazing. We start with Rupture. Definitely play that. Mad Science, draw 3 cards. Play Fusion. Amazing to have that. Start burning through Artifact. Play Impervious. We full block. We don't need to look at more cards. Primal Force gets rid of our Mangle. Not worth playing. Okay. Unfortunately, we're going to be taking some damage here. But we're going to play Blood Wall. Which does draw us cards. I forgot that it did. But we're still going to be playing Bludgeon here, which does scale our Rupture. Exhaust a bunch of cards. Joss Paper draws us our Bloodletting. Now we play Bloodletting. Blood Wall. Headbutt. What do we want back? We want to be burning their artifact. What's going to be the best way we have about doing that? Not Blood Wall, that's for sure. Probably Squash. Mad Science. We have a lot of access to energy. I think Mad Science is actually our answer here. Now we play Strike, Defend. We're going to draw a Wither, but I think we'll be okay. We do have 23 block. Our goal is to not cycle our deck again and just hit them so hard that they explode. Barricade we finally have down. We do not have Vulnerable. Not yet. Play Mad Science. Play Bash. Breakthrough. Scale more strength with Rupture. Colossus doesn't do much for me here, but I am playing Strike. I'm playing cards a little, I would say, somewhat haphazardly, but I'm trying to... We need to get Vulnerable. Uppercut's going to be really good here. Takes 13 here. So far, so good. We're going to want to play Offering. Where is our Vulnerable? We need more Vulnerable. Especially so we can draw back into our Colossus. I'm going to say with our Brightest Flame, we're guaranteed to draw into Uppercut. So we do Headbutt. Then we need our Colossus back. Where are you? Take our Colossus back. Now, we do have a lot of energy at our disposal. We play Bloodletting. Now we play Brightest Flame. Now we can play our Uppercut, which will apply Weak. And, or actually we'll play a Vulnerable, which is the one we needed. Now we play Colossus. They're no longer doing any damage because damage is stupid and you are dumb. We play Flame Barrier, so we have our block. Infernal Blade, we also played our Dark Embrace, so Infernal Blade draws a card. We got Squash, so we have even more Vulnerable. We play our Bludgeon, play our block, we play our Strike, and then our Body Slam, because our Body Slam scales off of our block. 71. We're gonna take some damage here. But I believe we've got this in the bag. Something tells me the bag has been got. Strike. Bloodletting. Defend. Vulnerable Potion. Strike. And that's how you beat the Aeon Glass Ascension 7. It's no Ascension 10 win, I recognize that, but wasn't that pretty good? I will say, our deck was pretty decent, and then we got Ice Cream, and it got a lot better. So I'm gonna say this is probably an Ice Cream win. It's gonna be great to be able to put Borrowed Time and Ice Cream at the same time in an Ironclad video thumbnail or something, because that's pretty cool. What an amazing combo. I'm so glad I clicked Borrowed Time. At the beginning where I was like, man, if only I would have taken frickin' Beam Cell and stupid Beam Cell and Vicious, because like, yeah, it would have been drawing cards and it would have been good, but like, this good? I don't think so. It's pretty good, especially with Rupture. We had 16 strength by the end. I'm really glad we clicked that. And the Blood Walls, they helped a ton. There you go. Pretty good run. Bog Stand. Maybe not Bog Standard. A little funny, a little fancy. We might have been able to get away with the Gambit. I mean, I feel like is Gambit just really takeable whenever you're playing Ironclad with Barricade? Because if you have Barricade down, how often is the Gambit just going to be like, yeah, you're fine? How often are you taking 50 damage to the face? I guess sometimes, but if you could just play your Gambit like 3 times, hell, 75 block, you play it twice, 140, 400, that's not even close, 140, ridiculous. So the Archdemon's Thrall has arrived. Enemy, kill. Oh no, we blew up! Oh! Ascension 8. You have dealt 2,459 damage to the Architect, but it wasn't enough. You have dealt a total of 105,000 damage to the Architect. The Architect still stands after taking 305 billion damage from all that have faced him. Ascension 8 unlocked. Wahoo! Very good. I hope you all enjoyed this run. I thought it was pretty fun. Had a couple of twists. Overall, wasn't too difficult though, and I hope you all are excited for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever. Make sure to like, subscribe, freaking leave a comment. Tell me I'm super cool today. I'm not actually. It's like 80 degrees in my room. It's way too hot. Anyhow, if you made it this far, I appreciate you a lot. Take care and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.